Hello everybody, my name is Ronja Engarde, and welcome back for more Pokemon Platinum. In the last part, we unfortunately encountered some deaths, but hopefully in this part we're going to be able to boost ourselves up so that doesn't happen again. Oh. As you might see in the sidebar, I took the liberty of taking out Spicy Meme once again. Just so now that we have the full party, you know, plus the Miss Humming as the HM slave. That's actually one thing that I thought about, because, you know, I've been editing this pretty intensely lately. You know, I think just yesterday I edited, like 3 episodes or something. The thing that the fact that, you know, you, the viewers, are able to see the entire team on the right side of the screen, but no such luxury for me. So you were able to see more than I am. Also, I took the liberty of giving Spicy Meme the Flash TM, so we were able to see everything, and I actually forgot just how good visibility you get from Flash in this game, because I think it is like in Gen 3, you get like slightly better visibility. You definitely don't get this, because this is, you know, just everything. I think the way I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna put up repels throughout this entire cave, and then right before the exit, I'm gonna take the time to do a little bit of grinding, because definitely want everybody to get up there in levels, and we're gonna get a character to help us, just as with Cheryl. As Cheryl did in Eterna Forest. So, you know, that's pretty much the best times to grind is when you have a player character with you, because they heal you after every battle and, you know, in general help you defeat trainers and wild Pokemon. Not so much with Cheryl, because, you know, an Egg Bomb from Chansey is going to do a little bit, but, you know, first of all, it has 75% accuracy, so it tends to miss quite a bit. But then also the fact that, you know, its other 3 moves are completely, you know, it doesn't do shit. You know, because it has like Soft Boiled, Refresh, and one other thing that I don't quite remember. But at least it's, you know, passive. Not the case with Mira, because her Kadabra, I believe, has Confusion, Magical Leaf, and no, it can't be. I don't think it learns Magical Leaf. It at least has lots of offensive moves that it uses pretty frequently. Let's put you in front, and I put the XP share on Rocks for Cal, because I figure that Olivia is going to be able to take care of, like, pretty much every wild Pokemon in here, so it's not going to be hard to grind her in here. But it's going to be a little harder to grind Rocks for Kel, so put the XP share on her so that we can hopefully get a Graveler at the end of this tunnel. That would be pretty sweet if I do show myself, and I do show myself. God. I don't know if I've posted this yet, and I don't know if I should make a big deal out of it just yet, but I do have plans to post some bonuses of this, but what I'm gonna do throughout this journey, if I ever, you know, have some in-between episode kind of stuff, I'm probably just gonna collect it and either make like one giant quote-unquote bonus where you just see me being stupid behind the camera, or, you know, have a little, you know, videos that I just post quietly and, you know, make them unlisted so that, you know, people can't see them, but they're gonna be there for the end, and, you know, in the finale just link every one of them, because for now I just have one of them. just me, you know, struggling with a piece of chocolate in my mouth. It was actually before the Rotom episode, so I hadn't exactly had the experience of talking with chocolate in my mouth, which for some reason is hilarious to me. I don't know why, but just hearing because it almost, as I mentioned, I think it either the bonus or the actual video. I haven't edited the Rotom video yet, so I don't remember what I talked about. But it sounds like I have braces or something, because I can't hear my issues or anything like that. It just, sounds pretty hilarious to me. Which, it just now hit me that I hope nobody, takes offense to that or thinks that I'm, making fun of someone. I'm definitely not, I suppose explaining it further is just gonna dig my hole further, so I'm just gonna quietly stop there. Yeah, let's go back to Olivia for now, because the wild Pokemon in here are up to level 20, which means that if you have a level 21 or above Pokemon, then you don't have to worry about wild Pokemon whatsoever. So let's just go around. I believe there are like 5 pairs of trainers in this cave, so, let's get those over with. And god damn it, I forgot to change back from Olivia. Oh well. We're just gonna have to deal with that ourselves. Now I think the thing that I was talking about with her having lots of offensive moves, I think I might be confusing her with a ROM hack of sorts, because yeah, she had Confusion, but then she also had Flash, which is, not the most useful thing in the world. Oh, it does have Shockwave, which is pretty good. I don't know why, but it just flashed up in my head, because I do know fairly well, I do remember fairly well where the Shockwave TM is, and I'm kind of sad that it's so late, because you don't get it before, literally before the 4th gym, and I feel like, it's not, just the fact that you get Earthquake before you get Shockwave, the fact that you get anything after Earthquake, well, that is actually a thing that I kind of don't like, this trend that Earthquake is locked behind the Elite Four, which has been the case in a lot of recent games. Like, I get that it should sort of be, a late TM. Like in Generation 2, where it's literally before the Victory Road, well, not before, but it's literally before the Elite Four in the Victory Road. And then in Generation 3, where, it's right before you fight the cover legendary, I suppose, I don't remember where it is in Fire and Leaf Green. Could that also be in the Victory Road? I don't remember. But future me, figure that out. Where is Earthquake in Fire and Leaf Green? But then, here you have it. I think it is a little early here in Platinum, right after the 2nd gym. That is a little broken, but I mean, I suppose it doesn't really work that well against a lot of the quote-unquote bosses, because, for example here, the very next gym, Earthquake is pretty much entirely useless, because almost every Pokemon in this next gym has Levitate, which means that, it's completely useless. And then it's the fighting gym, where, it doesn't really work. Well, I suppose she does have that Lucario that it works pretty well on, so I suppose there's that. And then, the water gym, it doesn't really work too well there either. So I don't feel like it's too terribly broken to get it this early. But then you have, and in Diamond and Pearl you get it, after the 6th gym, which I feel is pretty okay. Um, but then you start, I believe it is in Black and White is the first game where you can get it before and after the Elite Four. Yeah, I think it is. And then, you know, Black 2, White 2, same thing. Don't remember where you get it in X and Y. It is pretty late, if anything. Because I don't remember having Earthquake in that game. And then, you know, in Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, it is, you know, way into the post-game. Which, you know, it kind of bothers me, because, like, I wanted the Earthquake tier before the Elite Four. Bulldoze just doesn't cut it. Like, I feel like it's just, you know, it just annoys me because, you know, by this point we've, you know, kind of gotten spoiled on it. Because, you know, before this point we have gotten it before the Elite Four, but then now all of a sudden it's like, no, it's post-game material now. Sorry about that. Suppose I should put a level 21 Pokemon here, and well, 21 or above, really. Now let's just put Olivia there. So yeah, we've gotten a little spoiled on it, you know, the quote-unquote older generation. Which I suppose I do. I suppose I am part of the older generation, quote-unquote, even though, you know, I'm all... Because that's the thing, that there's really, like, this kind of duality, I feel. Like, not necessarily that there's an actual, you know, quote-unquote split in my soul or anything that serious, but, you know, I feel like there's a very divisive feeling of, like, there are some times where I feel like, oh, I feel so young, because, you know, I'm 23, and there's, you know, there are people that are, you know, 30 and 40 and 50, and, you know, they're much older than me. But then there are times where, like, I feel so old. Like, looking at, how far gaming has come. If you look at gaming, it's like, what we were used to as kids, it's like, you know, Red and Blue on the Game Boy, and, you know, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and, you know, all this shit where you, like, when you look at it now, it's like, holy shit, I'm like a fucking... I'm ready for the fucking retirement home. Like, there's the whole meme of, like, if you remember this, you require... you're, God, what is it called? You're, eligible for a senior discount. And I definitely, I feel that very hard. Like, you know, oh, remember VHS? Oh, fuck. Or, like, you remember, whatever, like, I remember listening to music on, like, a cassette player. Like, I had, like, a straight-up, like, a cassette tape player when I was a kid. And, you know... Now, like, that's what I remember as a kid, and now, you know, like, CDs are, you know, becoming obsolete. It's like, holy shit. I feel so old. And then, you know, talking to people that are, like, 14 and 15, or, you know, something like that, and you just feel like, oh lord, y'all are from a fucking different time. You don't know the struggle. Like, not saying that we really had it that hard. And that's also a thing that I kind of want to bring up, is that, you know, there's all this talk of millennials, and I've always thought of myself like, oh, I suppose I am part of the millennials, but looking at the actual division of, like, who are millennials and who aren't, I technically am not a millennial, I think. Because I think the cutoff is, you know, up until, like, everywhere from, like, 92 to 94, whereas I was born in 95. So I'm, like, just at the cusp of not being a millennial, so technically I'm not, but I don't really relate to the generation under me either, so I'm, like, I'm at this really weird, like, halfway point. But I definitely feel more in tune with, you know, quote-unquote millennials, I suppose. I think it's Gen Z is under millennial. Girl, I don't fucking know. I just know that, you know, I'm definitely part of, because I feel like there's also the whole how millennials see the world versus how Gen Zers see the world, where millennials are like, oh my god, nothing matters, like, oh my god, whereas, you know, people in the generation are like, yay, nothing matters, hooray. Where I definitely relate to the whole, like, oh shit, nothing is real, nothing matters, that kind of shit. But then again, I do also kind of relate to the whole, like, oh, nothing matters, yay. Because, like, if nothing matters, then, you know, it doesn't matter if you fail, it doesn't matter what happens to you, because, you know, nothing matters. I do actually kind of find that to be a very comforting thought, that, you know, it doesn't really matter whatever you do or what happens, because, you know, in 100 years we're all gonna be dead anyway, so it doesn't matter. That is to me a very comforting thought, because, you know, I don't really care. There's the whole thing that if you were offered to live forever, would you? And, you know, not really. But then it's the kind of quote-unquote weaker version of that, with the, because there's, you know, a lot of people that, you know, they want to be remembered. Like, I need to create something, I need to do something because I need to be remembered, which, you know, I don't really relate to that much, because, like, most likely none of us are going to be remembered, because, you know, what are we going to do that's so special that we're going to be remembered? Like, either you're going to be some kind of hero or some kind of legendary serial killer or whatever. Like, that's really the only things. Not actually, but you know what I mean. Like, who from, like, before the 1900s are, like, actually famous, or, you know, the people actually know of? Not that many people. So, we're kind of at the end of this cave, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna grind the ever-loving fuck out of our Pokemon, and then I'm gonna see you when I'm done with that. So, see you in a little bit. No, not the repel, Jesus. Well, I believe that is the end of our grinding session. Pretty productive one, I should say, with the evolution of Rox, Raquel, and Olivia. Now, I believe I said it at the very beginning of the series, but reinstating that I put this game through well, not a, but the randomizer. But I did, as you could probably tell, I haven't actually randomized anything, but what I've done is made it so that I don't have to use any external devices to evolve my Pokemon, so I don't need to trade for any evolutions or anything like that. So I don't have to evolve Graveler through trading. Now it evolves, I believe, at level 37? Something like that. So we're not going to be able to see Golem for a while, but we are going to see it. Just so you're fully aware of that. And then also, you know, the fact that I think I should go over, because I don't think I actually went over, because Spicy Meme gained Shockwave, which is going to be pretty helpful. No change in Narcissus or Work Bitch, but then Rox Raquel got a Rock Blast, which, you know, because I've done the updated moves as well. Rock Blast would have had 80 accuracy in this generation, but it has now 90, which means that it's literally just an upgrade for Rock Throw, because Rock Throw also has 90 accuracy, but 50 power, meaning that now Rock Blast has anywhere from 50 to 125 power, so, you know, definite upgrade. And then Olivia gained Crunch, which means that I think Olivia is actually going to be our MVP in the upcoming gym battle, because I can only think of, you know, the Miss Magius having anything, you know, that's good against Olivia, you know, because it has Magical Leaf. But even then, a good Crunch should do a lot. Ooh. I'm trying to think, because I kind of want to put another person on our team. So let's go over this a little bit, because we don't need another fire type. I already have a ground type. Don't really feel like using a Burmy. Already have a fighting type. We don't have a steel or a psychic type. Actually, I don't think I'd ever checked. What ability? Ooh, heat proof. I definitely would have liked levitate over that. And in general, without Rock Tomb, it's kind of gimped, and I don't really want to give it Earthquake. Although I don't really have much else to give Earthquake. I'll just think about that. I don't think I'm gonna add another member for now. So, you know, I think I'm gonna stick with Humming, because there's at least one tree that no, not tree. There's a rock that needs a smashing. But for now, I think we have done what we set out to do in this episode. So I think we're gonna save whatever is next for the next episode. So I'm gonna be seeing you guys in the next time. Goodbye.